Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to complete the word processing section of summer 2018. As I have always said to you, please make sure you read over the first page. Also check that you have these files in your folder before you start the exam. If you do not, please raise your hand, let the invigilator know so they may come and check. As this front page says, there are 5 activities in this paper and they're worth 100 marks. As I've told you before, this is the old style of paper and they may ask you to print out. Not only that, on the newer papers, some of the activities are grouped together, so you have to distinguish which files are required for a particular task. So we can see from here activity 5 is worth 15 marks. That's the word processing activity and it requires 2 files, awards and nominees. It is important to read this section of the paper as well. It gives you some important information regarding the scenario, which can be found over here. And indeed, we will be coming back to this scenario section in a little while. So I'm going to move down to the file, this question, which is activity 5. Here we go. Activity 5, using word processing. Suggested time 30 minutes. Again, this 30 minutes part is not provided for you in the newer papers. Sammy is preparing for the annual awards evening. She needs to write letters to the players who have been nominated for the Player of the Year award. Open a new document using word processing software. So I'm going to click on Start. I'm going to click on Word and open a blank document. Enter task WP1, your name, candidate number and centre number in the footer of the document. Insert footer. Select the first one, task WP1, followed by my name, Ahmed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 6, 7, 0, 6. And then remember to close the header and footer window. Otherwise, some people end up doing all the work in the footer. Click on Close. Let's go back to the question. Create a letterhead. The letterhead must have the contact details from the scenario on page 3, the logo you created in part A of task AG1. Now, because I am only demonstrating the word processing section, wherever it asks me to put a logo, I will add a blue box. But if you were doing this in the real exam, you must place your logo there. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to look at the details that are on page 3. So for that, I need to move to the top again. And there are the details here. I'm just going to move that window there. And this window is going to be here. So the name of the company is Kroakan Badminton League. And they are based on Cashew Road in Klana. CLANNAGH. Make sure you get the spelling correct. Republic of Ireland. Okay. The telephone number I'm going to put on a separate line like this, and I am going to enter the word telephone as well, followed by colon 020 916 2018, and then on the next line put email colon Sammy W at CRUACHANBL.org.ie. Next line, I'm going to put the website, www.CRUACHANBL.org.ie. Double check everything that's correct. Now, because this is my letterhead, I'm going to move this to the right hand side. So I'm going to just make it bigger so you can see what I'm clicking on. Move to the right hand side. I can have it in the center, okay, but I'm going to have it on the right hand side for now. I'm going to make the name of the organization a little bit bigger, say to 14, and as I did on the previous paper, I'm just going to make the first letters of the company name bold because I like it like that. You don't have to do this, by the way, it's just me because I think it looks good. I could equally have had this in the center like this, and if I would have had it in the center, I would have done it so the address is all on one line like that, and then those details are there. Okay, now I need to add the logo. So as I said earlier, I'm just going to insert a shape. Just going to go here like so, move it across a little bit there. Just for your benefit, I'm going to add logo here like so. I'm going to leave that there. Move it across a little bit so it's away from there. And again, as we did on the previous paper, I'm going to put a line under here so that it separates the address from the rest of the letterhead. I'm just going to take it from there to about there. I'm going to make the line go up a little bit, and then I'm going to right click on it, format shape. I'm going to make it a little bit thicker, just about 2, like so. I'll press enter, and I'm going to bring my cursor back to the left over here. Now you can see that the edge of the page is there, so I'm just going to match it to the edge of the page like that. Press enter. A little bit more, so I'm just going to go to format shape this time so you can see where I'm editing it from there. I'm just going to see that it's going to the edge. Center it a little bit. There we go. I'm happy with that. Back to the question. Now I need to move all the way to the bottom, back to where the question is. And that starts from here. Resave the task as WP1. So File, Save As, go to the folder you're working in. So I'm going to go to that folder as well. Browse 17, just going to stick it here, and I'll call it task underscore WP1. I'm calling it demo because I'm doing a demo right now, but you can leave it as it is. Click on save, and it will take you back to here. Next. Question says, the text for the letters is stored in awards. Copy the text from awards and paste it into task WP1. So I'm going to paste it there. I already copied it earlier. Okay, so here it is, paste it in just like that. I'm looking at this text now, and I can see there's a address that goes here. Okay, I'm going to press enter here because there's a deer there. Press enter here as well. This looks like a subject heading. I'll make it bold, make it a little bit bigger so it's obvious like so, and I'm going to put a enter here to break up that paragraph, and then I'm going to go back to the question. It says today's date in a suitable location. Now because everything's left aligned here, I'm just going to put the date here on the left, okay, by going to insert, date and time, select the one you want. I'm going to go with this one here. I'm going to go with this one here actually. update automatically, press OK. I'm going to leave it as that. Just going to press enter once to bring it down away from that line at the top. Okay, the reason I entered the date and entered update automatically, I will show you later on when we're doing the evidence. Let's go back to the question. It says the appropriate complementary clause. So that means at the end we need to have something that says yours sincerely, like so. Okay, and I press enter, and then we need 7 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is going to be the person's name. So I think it's Miss, I've forgotten her name, Miss Sammy Weston. So Miss S, I'm going to put Sammy Weston, and she is the organizer for this event. Okay, just like that. Question says the name of the sender of the letters. Make sure you leave enough space for a signature. I've just done that. And appropriate formatting to the subject line so it stands out. And I've done that here as well. It says resave. So I'm going to press Ctrl and S. We're going to carry on. We don't need to print because remember, on your paper you won't be printing anyway. Listen to this next part carefully. The nominees spreadsheet contains details of the nominated players. Add merge fields. When you read that sentence there, that should tell you that you need to create a mail merge. These merge fields will replace the text in brackets with appropriate information from the spreadsheet. Now, let me help you understand what the difference is between the two. So, this is your document. When you're doing a mail merge, this is known as your master document. However, they've asked us to look at the file nominees. Now, when I go into nominees, of 2007, and there's nominees. If I double click on it, it's an Excel worksheet, but this could also be a comma separated values file, so it's a text document. I examine the file. I can see that the top row are field names, and then the rest of the records, 3 records here, are the pieces, items of data that are within this spreadsheet. Okay, so I'm going to close this. That's my source file. This is my source, a master document. I need to make a link from a master document to my source file. This is how we do it. I'm going to go to mailings at the top. I'm going to go to start mail merge. I'm going to say letters. Then I'm going to go to select recipients. I'm going to choose use an existing list. When I do that, I need to go to my folder, click on nominees because that's my source file. And as soon as I click on open, it will automatically link to the master document. When I get this window here, it asks me, does the first row of data contain column headers? Yes, it does. Press OK. You will be thinking now, nothing has happened. But it has. We need to replace wherever it says the recipient name, address, wherever it's in brackets, we need to replace. So remove the text that's in brackets there. And then under the mailings menu, go to insert merge field. Select the title. Press the space bar. Insert merge field. Select the first name. Press space bar. By pressing space bar, it puts a space between each word or each name. Then choose last name. Press enter. Go back to insert merge field. Now in the address, you rarely find the date of birth, so we're not going to use that. But we do find street. Press enter. Insert merge field, town, and leave it there. Now the other fields that are there, phone and team, would not appear in the address bar. Okay, so we'll leave that as it is. Now for the name, we're going to remove this here. And we're going to go to insert merge field, title, spacebar. First name, spacebar. Last name, and then we're done there. The next stage you need to do is you need to read the letter, because within the letter there may be prompts which ask you to remove something with a merged field. Congratulations, after an excellent season playing for brackets, and to remove that, press spacebar, go to insert merge field, team. Make sure there's a space before the merge field there and after the merge field as well. You'll be nominated as one of the 3 contenders for the 2018 Player Award. The final decision will be announced at the annual awards, and as I skim read it, I can see there are no further brackets and nothing else to replace. Now you'll be thinking, but I can't see their names, I can't send a letter out like this. So I click on preview results, and you will see that wherever there were those chevrons, those less than greater than signs, has now been replaced with actual data which is being linked from the spreadsheet. I click on next over here, gives me the next record, gives me the next record. There are only 3 records in the spreadsheet, so it will only go to there. Click on preview results again, and this will show you this part here. Now in the exam, you will need to show evidence of this. I would also like you to show evidence of the next part. When I go to File and Print, it shows me this. But what if the examiner wanted to see what the merge fields look like and what the code behind this looks like? Let me show you how to do this. Go to Options from this menu. When you go to Options, this window appears over here. Click on Advanced, then scroll down all the way until you see the Print menu. This is the Print menu. From the Print menu, select Print field codes instead of their values. Tick the box and press OK. Go to File, go to Print. You will now see that the merge fields are showing as a code and the date is also showing as a code. This shows the examiner that you made your date to update automatically. It also shows them that you've done your mail merge correctly. So show this evidence and show the other evidence as well. I'm going to click on Options to change it back. Exactly the same menu, go to Advanced, scroll down, and then tick this box, press OK, and that gets rid of that. Let's go back to the question. Question says, you may be using software that doesn't allow you to show the merge fields in a printout of the standard letter. If so, you should produce a screenshot showing the merge fields. As I just showed you, go to Options, Advanced, and do it from there. Ensure that the screenshot shows all the information, including the header and the footer. Ensure that the information can be read, so make it clear. Then we're going to move on to Task D. Sammy wants to check and sign the letters before they are printed. Produce the merged letters using Task WP1 and the nominee spreadsheet. Do not make any changes to the letters. In order to do that, you simply click on Preview Results, okay, and that's then produced there. It says save the merged letters as Task WP1D. File, Save As. In the same area, WP1D, click on Save, and those are the letters saved there. The next question says, print one of the merged letters on one side of A4. Now obviously you're not going to be printing, but you may be asked to produce a PDF file. In order to do that, click on Finish and Merge and select Print Documents. When you select Print Documents, if they ask you to print from one record to the other, you click on From, but we only need one, so we're going to click on Current Record and press OK. In the exam, you may be asked to save it as a PDF, so I'm going to print to PDF like so and press OK. And it gives me this menu here. I created one earlier called Task WP1, so I'm just going to save it there. Click on Save. I'm going to replace it, yes. I'll open the file for you. It says it didn't. Okay, so I'm just going to go to that folder. Go back one. Here it is. Double click on that. and it should open. I'm just going to bring it over here to show you, like that, and it should look like this. That is the end of this question.